Our next guest is one of the world's most successful comedians. Trevor Noah hosted the Emmy award-winning The Daily Show for 7 years, unpacking politics and current affairs with his signature wit.
I know there's tons of news happening in the world right now. I know there's Trump. I know there's things in Brexit with Britain. I know, but look at that thing! What is going on in Australia? Why is every animal down under so weird?
He's got a good point there. Trevor has also hosted the Grammy Awards for 4 years in a row. And this November, he is bringing his stand-up comedy here to Australia with his brand new show, Off the Record. Trevor Noah joins us now. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Your new show is called Off the Record, which sounds like Aussie audiences are going to hear some pretty juicy things. What can they expect?
Well, I hope so. You know, what I've loved about this tour and the reason I called it Off the Record is because I feel like these days all the conversations we have are online and they're public and they're big and they lose context. And by the time you get what the person was trying to say, you've gone through 5 different cycles of being pissed off at them or getting really mad at them. And I was just like, I miss the days when you would speak to somebody one-on-one and you would say things off the record. You know, just between people, just between friends. You would talk trash about somebody. You would say, like, you'd share your real opinion. They would laugh at you or they would judge you in private. And that's what the show is really about. It's like, let's talk about everything. Absolutely everything. Let's talk about politics. Let's talk about some of the stickier issues in society that we're struggling with. Let's talk about the Olympics. Let's talk about Reagan. Let's talk about everything. and let's keep it in the room and let's enjoy the authenticity that brings.
Speaking of Reagan, did you watch all that and the fallout and everything? What did you think of it?
I'll be honest. When I first saw her performing, I was like, okay, this is either very high-level breakdancing or I don't understand what's happening, or it's terrible. I wasn't sure. I'll be honest with you. I was like, maybe this is like Olympic breakdancing and it's a different type of breakdancing.
She was pioneering.
I was like, I don't know. There's sports in the Olympics that I don't fully understand. And so in the same way that the basketball has FIBA rules, I was like, maybe they're the FIBA rules of breakdancing. Maybe it's totally different. Then when it was done, I was like, okay, this was terrible. And then I was like, but it's life. It happens. You know, sometimes people fall in the hurdles. You don't hate on them. You're just like, yeah, they fell. You know, I've seen people run 110-meter hurdles, trip over 4 hurdles and finish the race. And no one's like, you shouldn't be at the Olympics. You're just like, yeah. You knocked down a bunch of hurdles, mate. It happens.
I mean, the one thing we love about you, Trevor, is that you don't mince your words and you break things down so that people can understand it, particularly American politics. And as we head to another presidential election, where do you sit right now? I mean, Kamala obviously is building momentum. Donald Trump, we know that there is talk about him getting back in. If he doesn't get back in, there's going to be violence and unrest. What do you think?
So the one piece of advice I give everybody, everyone asks me this question in a different way. You know, you've asked in the most unique way, I will say. People will tell me, what do you think's going to happen? And I go, if anyone tells you they know what is going to happen, they are lying to you. A few months ago, people were like, Donald Trump he's definitely winning this thing. Oh, it's happening. And then now all of a sudden people are like, oh, Kamala Harris is. Just think about how crazy this is. In the span of less than, 2 months, we've seen an attempted assassination of a presidential candidate who was a former president. We've seen it fall out of the news so quickly. If that was in the news in Australia, in South Africa, in England, anywhere else, that would have been the news story for like 3 months.
Yeah.
I don't know what Americans drink. I don't know what happens in the news water out here. But let me tell you something. It's in the news. It's gone in 2 weeks. Like, even Trump had to stop wearing the ear bandage. He was like, I guess this looks stupid now, right? And he just took it off and he was done. Like, it's really insane. So I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah,
right?
You can't write
the
this
election
stuff.
in America is decided in the 2 weeks or the week before the election. Everything before then is up in the air. And so I just write it out. I watch the news with everybody else. I see what's happening. I make no predictions because I've learned you do not know what America's going to do because America doesn't know what America's going to do. America's living on the edge, baby. That's what I love about this place.
Yeah,
right.
And the person that knows that more than anyone probably spoke yesterday, Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. Can't wait for your tour.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see everybody down under. Can't wait to see you at the shows, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, mate.
Thank
You're a
you.
Trev now, by the way. You're basically Australian. Trevor Noah's Australian tour kicks off in November with shows in Brisbane, Perth, Melbourne, Adelaide and Sydney. Tickets are on sale right now. In the meantime, you can listen to his podcast, What Now with Trevor Noah, and his new book, Into the Uncut Grass. It's out now too. What a legend.
On your Trev.
He's so funny.
Isn't
His
he?
social commentary, I mean, he's a great comedian, but his social commentary is just so unique and so simple and funny and great to listen to.
He's very endearing too, isn't he?